you absolutely positively have to remove blood stains from a clown suit, make it the Bone Metal Zone.
It'll kick your ass.
It's the Bone Metal Zone.
Paul Bostaph from Testament in the studio with me. And speaking of the Forbidden reunion and Forbidden and Paul Bostaph, give me like a little like brief like you and Forbidden way back then and the Forbidden reunion now.
Forbidden way back then. That was just way back then. I don't know. I guess a brief way back then would be, I think it was really tough in the Bay Area thrash scene to have individuality, especially the more popular thrash became, because there were so many people that were trying to quote unquote get on tour, get signed, and I mean literally 6 days a week you could go to the Stone, the Omni, One Step Beyond, and you could go see live music almost every night, which I would do. Me and my bass player Matt Camacho, we'd go all the time. Forbidden, I felt, was very much of a family. Sometimes there was love, sometimes there was hate, but we were striving together to try to come up with a very original sound. And I think to a certain extent, it put us maybe a little ahead of our time. I think right before I left the band, I think people started finding us, and it blows my mind now that some of the people that come up to me, like I was in Dublin, Ireland, playing a show with Exodus. I'm starting to lose bands now. I'm losing track of who I'm with Exodus, and I heard this familiar music coming from the front of house. I was backstage. I'm like, it sounds like something familiar. Is it Slayer? I didn't know what band it was anymore. So I walk out there and they were playing the Forbidden Evil record. And I hear from and it was I guess what I'm trying to say with that is I hear from a lot of people how legendary those records are, and I'm all legendary. My perspective is, wow, we were just trying to be good, I guess. You had Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Slayer, Testament, Death Angel. I mean, you had so many amazing Exodus, so many amazing bands coming. Slayer not so much from the Bay Area, but all those other bands from the Bay Area, Metallica. And if you can,
Slayer practically from the Bay Area, driving up here so much in the early '80s, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Slayer guys will tell you that they came up here to play. The first two shows they played here in the Bay Area was with Exodus, and that's around Show No Mercy, and that's when they were still wearing makeup. And they came up here. They played Ruthie's Inn with Exodus, and even the Slayer guys will tell you that changed everything for them. In terms of like they took the makeup off. After the first show, all the guys in Exodus will, dude, you guys got to take the makeup off.
This isn't L.A.
No, it's not L.A. Yeah, the Bay. I think the Bay Area seemed, there was something going on here. There was a marriage between punk and metal that happened, and it happened here. Metallica, they got it. I mean, of course they got it. Look at them.
They got all of it.
They didn't just get it. They got all of it. Forbidden now, I mean, it's everybody's a lot older, and I guess, but Craig put it the best way, I think. Back then, the best way to describe what we were doing is partially we didn't know what we were doing. We were throwing darts against the wall. We were, seeing what sticks, and we were kind of alchemists, and we were having fun with it.
And I think I know everybody heard it from Craig, but everybody when he was in here, but everybody still wants to know what happened. Why weren't you part of the Forbidden reunion, and why didn't you go to the shows?
Originally, I was supposed to be part of the reunion, but that's right when I started working with Testament in pre-production, and that was common knowledge. We had a meeting together, Forbidden, Glenn, myself, Matt, and Russ, and Craig, and I told those guys that the Testament thing was on the table. I don't know where it's going to head. The deeper I got into the record with Testament, the less I had time to involve myself with anything. And I focused all my efforts on the Testament record because I felt that at the time I gave Chuck and Eric my word that it would be my number one priority. Because in 2004 I played with them, I had left. And so, I think based on that, I didn't want to give them, pardon the expression, a half-assed effort. And I wanted to give them 100% of all my time. So basically, because of that involvement, I kind of lost touch with some of the things that were happening with Forbidden. Matter of fact, I lost complete touch with everything that they were doing, and they had to move forward because they, we started, we got the ball rolling, and once we made the announcement on the internet, there was an overwhelming request for the band. I think it surprised all of us, and I think as a person, you'd like to be in two places at once, but it was impossible for me.
Understandable completely. It's 107.7 The Bone. It's the Metal Zone.
The Bone Metal Zone.